First domino has fallen in what I think will be a series of unfortunate events as it applies to not only the use of AI, the democratization of AI, but the world of AI-enabled cybersecurity research and cybersecurity as a whole. What I'm talking about is the ban this weekend of Mythos, right? The federal call to make Mythos be export controlled, and Anthropic's follow-on actions to effectively ban worldwide the use of Mythos and Fable because of their inability to control it in the way the government demanded. For backstory, Anthropic is a company that makes AI models. That's not really news. They've been touting this new model called Mythos for a couple of months. Mythos was originally a high-quality coding model. It was very good at writing code, as AI has been doing for a couple months now. Mythos, though, was found to be very good not only at coding, but also cybersecurity research. In particular, finding vulnerabilities in software and chaining those vulnerabilities together to write full-on end-to-end exploits. Because of the supposed danger this presented to the public, Anthropic decided that Mythos should only be a model that certain companies get. This was called Project Glasswing, and Glasswing gave access to companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, the companies that write the majority of the code that keeps the world infrastructure alive. The idea being, if those companies could use Mythos internally to find bugs in their software, they can make the world a safer place so that Mythos would only be used in defensive capability. Now again, Mythos was a very good coding model. So as a result, people wanted demand to this world-class model, right? How do I get my hands on Mythos so I can write the world's next B2B SaaS, horse tender, whatever? And so eventually, Anthropic did publish Mythos, but under a different title. It was called Fable. Fable 5 was a model that was Mythos class. Apparently, it was literally just Mythos, but with severe guardrails on it. Guardrails being something that prevents you from using it in a particular way. So for example, I myself tried to get Fable 5 when it went live to do cybersecurity research. And I said, hey, what are you allowed to do in the world of research? Can I hook you up to Ghidra MCP? Can you do anything? And even just asking it that question triggered the guardrail and downgraded me to Opus 4.8. Fable, not so good for research intentionally, but apparently a very good coding model for people like Theo, for example. He's made a ton of videos on how good Fable is, okay? Now here's where it gets weird. Apparently, researchers at Amazon found a jailbreak in Fable that allowed you to use Fable, the model with guardrails, to do security research, bypassing all the rules that Anthropic put around it, and therefore making it effectively a publicly available Mythos class model. And that's where the government got involved. Statement on the U.S. government directive to suspend access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5. The U.S. government, citing national security authorities, has issued an export control directive to suspend all access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5 by any foreign national, whether inside or outside the U.S., including foreign national Anthropic employees. The net effect of this order is that we must abruptly disable Fable 5 and Mythos 5 for all our customers to ensure compliance. Access to all other Anthropic models will not be affected. Basically, the government said, if there are foreign nationals in the world that can access Fable 5, through this jailbreak, they can then get access to Mythos. Foreign nationals can write exploits, and therefore it is a threat to national security. You have to stop foreign nationals from being able to use this model. Anthropic, not having the infrastructure available to figure out who is or is not on their platform not a US citizen, said, hey, the only way to comply is to turn it off. Okay. This is bad for a few reasons, ones that Anthropic calls out here and ones that I'll go into here in a minute, but no testers have been able to find a universal jailbreak, a jailbreak method that can very broadly bypass the model's safeguards, unblocking a wide variety of cyber capabilities. Apparently, the Amazon jailbreak could only get it to do a certain variety of things. You couldn't just break directly into Mythos and use that. That's one reason this is bad. But here's why I think this is exceptionally bad from just a precedent standpoint and a potential legislation standpoint. Okay. The issue I have with this is that you don't need Mythos to do cybersecurity research. I myself have found 0 days using Opus 4.7 with Ghidra MCP and a couple cool harnesses that I wrote. Even there's proof publicly that there are models when used in the proper harness, like Microsoft's M-Dash, for example, that don't use Mythos and outperform Mythos on the cybergym.io benchmark. And also, even then, GPT-5.5, a not Mythos model that may be comparable but isn't export controlled, also generally performs Mythos to about the same level. What I'm very concerned with, the reason I use the terminology of dominoes, the dominoes have begun to fall, is that I think if the government gets knowledge or begins to understand that Mythos verbiage, the use of the word Mythos is world-class exploit developer, is marketing, and that you actually can do this kind of research with other models, Funet 4.8, whatever, Opus 4.8, I forget that, I'm losing track of the models, but you know what I'm talking about. If they understand that you can do exploit development with other models, I'm very nervous that there will soon be a requirement for anybody who wants to do cybersecurity research to submit identification to these corporations. Again, I think OpenAI already has a cyber acceptance program where like basically you have to submit your company's purpose and like a form of ID to OpenAI to be able to use these models for cybersecurity research. Or maybe these companies just don't give us access to cyber research, period. Maybe only the government and Anthropic can do cybersecurity research in these models. Again, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying the precedent we're setting that Mythos is dangerous, cut it off from the world, could lead to Opus 4.8, Opus 4.7, Sonnet 4.7, whatever, same thing. This conversation about the democratization of security research, of the regular person's ability to do hacking, right, is the same conversation that H.D. Moore was trying to answer in the development of Metasploit. I was talking to my buddy Matt J about this. He's the owner of VolnU and a really good YouTube channel. You should go check him out. But basically, H.D. Moore was doing the same thing back when Metasploit was a concept, right? He wrote Metasploit basically to be like, if only governments and cyber threat actors are the ones that have the ability to do exploits, defenders will never be able to catch up. You are not able to limit vulnerabilities. Only the people with the exploits can defend against them if you don't know how they work, if you don't know how to use them. But by publishing a framework like Metasploit, this not only commoditizes exploitation, it gives defenders the ability to act like a hacker and learn how to defend against it. This is literally like the idea in Harry Potter, by the way, of like defense against the dark arts and like how the Ministry of Magic didn't want them to have that class because it just like taught them evil things. No, you have to know how to cast Avada Kedavra or whatever to know how to stop it. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm not a Harry Potter guy. Okay, if you're a person who uses computers, whether you're a programmer, a hacker, whatever, you need to know how hackers work. You need to know how exploitation occurs, and the only way you can do that is by doing it, right? By using tools like Metasploit, by going into Ghidra and ripping apart a binary, and you can do that right now. It is the best time to learn to hack, and I highly recommend you go and try it before potentially more dominoes begin to fall. Again, I'm not trying to like FUD with this video. I'm actually highlighting like a very genuine concern about the potential policy direction this could go down if we continue the trend of something, Mythos is scary. Well, all the models are scary, man. Sign up for my newsletter if you're interested in stuff like this. I talk about this in my most significant bits, my weekly newsletter, or go check out any of the other links on my website. Goodbye.